The neon lights of the Celestial Diner flickered against the rain-soaked windows of New Terra Station, casting prismatic shadows across the chrome tables. Bella wiped down the counter for the third time that hour, her tired eyes scanning the nearly empty restaurant. It was 2 a.m. and the late shift always dragged. The door chimed and a figure shuffled in from the storm. Bella's breath caught. The elderly Zarthan moved slowly, his forearms trembling with each step, his translucent skin revealing the bioluminescent patterns that marked his advanced age, at least 300 years by her estimation. Water dripped from his environmental cloak, and his large opalescent eyes blinked with exhaustion. "Welcome to Celestial Diner," Bella said warmly, grabbing a towel. "Let me help you with that." She approached the elder, gently guiding him to the nearest booth. His species required higher humidity, and she quickly adjusted the environmental controls at his table. The old Zarthan clicked his mandibles in gratitude, a sound that translated through her neural implant as a whispered thank you. From the kitchen, Manager Kanat's voice cut through the air like a plasma cutter. "Bella, what are you doing?" Kanat stormed out, his human features twisted with irritation. He was young, ambitious, and had made it abundantly clear that profit margins mattered more than compassion. "We don't serve his kind here after midnight. They take too long, order too little, and drive away the real customers." "He's a customer," Bella said firmly, her jaw set. "And he needs help. He needs to leave." Kanat crossed his arms. "This is a business, not a charity." The elderly Zarthan began to rise, his movements pained and slow. Bella placed a gentle hand on one of his shoulders. "Please stay. I'll handle this." She turned to Kanat, her voice low but fierce. "I'm not turning away someone who needs a warm meal and a safe place to rest. If that's a problem, then maybe I'm working at the wrong establishment." Kanat's face flushed red. "You're right about that. You're fired. Clear out your locker and leave, now." Bella felt the words like a physical blow. She needed this job. Rent on New Terra wasn't cheap and positions were scarce. But as she looked at the elderly alien's grateful eyes, she knew she couldn't have made any other choice. "Fine," she said quietly. She turned to the Zarthan and smiled. "I'll make you something special before I go." She returned to the kitchen and prepared a traditional Zarthan nutrient broth, something she'd learned from the station's cultural database during her training. She adjusted the mineral content and temperature precisely, then brought it out with a side of crystallized proteins. The elder's eyes widened as he recognized the authentic preparation. His 4 hands came together in the traditional gesture of deep respect. Through the translator, his voice was rich with emotion. "You know our ways, young human. You honor me." "It's the least I can do," Bella said, her voice thick. "Enjoy your meal." As she walked toward the back to collect her things, Kanat had already returned to his office, probably filing the termination paperwork. Bella blinked back tears. She'd done the right thing, but that didn't make it hurt less. 15 minutes later, as she emerged with her small box of belongings, the elderly Zarthan was standing near the exit. He'd been joined by another figure, a younger Zarthan in the ornate robes of the diplomatic corps, flanked by 2 security officers. "Miss Bella," the younger Zarthan said, his voice resonating with authority. "I am Ambassador Thelxian. This is my grandfather, Elder Vormath, keeper of the Zarthan Historical Archives and retired member of the Galactic Council." Bella's eyes widened. The Galactic Council, the governing body of 53 species responsible for maintaining peace across known space. The ambassador continued. "My grandfather disappeared from his care facility today. We've been searching for him for hours. When he suffers from cognitive episodes, he wanders. You showed him kindness when others would have cast him out into the storm." Elder Vormath stepped forward, his mind clearly sharp once more. "This human exemplifies the qualities we have long admired in humanity: compassion that transcends species, courage to stand for what is right, and the instinct to help those in need. These are traits that should be celebrated, not punished." The office door burst open. Kanat stood frozen, his face pale as he took in the scene. The diplomatic entourage, the security officers, and the insignia of the Galactic Council gleaming on the ambassador's robes. "I believe there has been a misunderstanding," Ambassador Thelxian said, his tone ice-cold. "This establishment holds a license granted by the Galactic Commerce Board, which mandates equal service to all species. Discrimination based on age or species is grounds for immediate revocation. Kanat stammered, I didn't know. Ignorance is not an excuse. The ambassador cut him off. He turned to Bella. My family owes you a debt. The Zarthan do not forget kindness. We would like to offer you a position as Cultural Liaison Officer for the Galactic Diplomatic Corps, stationed here on New Terra. Your salary would be triple what you earned here, with full benefits and housing. Bella stood speechless, her box of belongings nearly slipping from her hands. I don't know what to say. Elder Vormath smiled, the bioluminescent patterns on his skin pulsing with warmth. Say yes, young one. The galaxy needs more humans like you in positions of influence. Your compassion should be your career, not your liability. Tears finally spilled down Bella's cheeks, but this time they were tears of joy. Yes, she whispered, then louder. Yes, I accept. As she walked out of the Celestial Diner for the last time, flanked by her new colleagues, Bella glanced back at Kanat's shocked expression. She had lost a job, but gained something infinitely more valuable. The opportunity to make a real difference in the galaxy, one act of kindness at a time. And in the morning, the Celestial Diner's license would be officially under review, but Bella would be starting her new life. Proof that humanity's greatest strength had always been its heart.